Welcome back to Sports Talk ATL. I'm Chase Earl, joined by Alex Lord. The left field situation is going to be one to watch the rest of this spring training. But one thing we did learn this past week is Marcell Ozuna will be on the major league roster. What are your thoughts on that? I kind of always assumed it. I thought he was going to have he would have had to have a dismal spring training for him not to make this. But I know Braves fans don't want to hear it, but it was always the plan. It was always in the cards. He's going to be on this roster. They need him. They truthfully do need him to be a player again. If this team wants to reach their ultimate goal.
Yeah, Alex Anthopoulos said it maybe a month ago or so about the situation. It was going to be a meritocracy. This basically means, you get what you get in terms of your production. So a lot of people, myself included, thought that meant, in spring training, if he doesn't produce, which he has not, he was not going to make the opening day roster. That is not the case. Basically, what it meant was he's making the opening day roster, but if he doesn't produce, he's not going to play. So we don't know what it's like to handle a budget of $200 million or so, $220 million. And when you have that amount of money tied up in Marcell Ozuna, he's one of the highest paid Braves this year. He was always going to be on the team. And, me or you can sit on our high horse and condemn him for what he did, domestic violence, drinking and driving, not performing on the field. But when he's making $17-ish million a year, he was going to – it doesn't matter what he did on or off the field. They're going to give him a chance because for the life of his career, the dude mashes baseballs. Yeah. The Braves don't need him to be a cleanup guy. Throw him at the bottom of the lineup and hope he hits, 30 home runs while batting 220.
Yeah, I mean, I think as much as this has to do with the money, because, he wouldn't be on the roster if he wasn't getting paid $17 million. That's obvious. That's the one reason he still is on the roster. But at the same time, as much as the money is an issue, the Braves need him. Like I just said, they need him to be the guy that he once was. And do I ever think he's going to be the guy that almost won the Triple Crown over a shortened season? No, because he probably was never really that guy in the first place. But he can be a productive piece to an offense that could be the best in the National League. Like if you have a Marcell Ozuna who's hitting 240 with 25, 30 homers at the back end of your lineup over 130 games, there's not a lot of teams out there that can say that's their 9-hole or their 8-hole or their worst hitter in the lineup, and which is what the Braves are looking for. Do I think he's going to be guaranteed at bats? Absolutely not. I've been impressed with Sam Hilliard. I think he has 5 hits already in spring training. I think he's going to end up making the opening day roster. Eli White's been hot. I'm not convinced about the offense long term. Kevin Pillar's looked all right. Eddie Rosario, hopefully he has a bounce back campaign. So there's a lot of situations where Ozuna's not getting played that much. And if we do look up and we're at game 90 of the season and he's not playing, they might end up just cutting ties with him. But right now, I never thought going into the season there was very much. I thought it was so super slim. So I'm not shocked by what Brian Snitker came out and said, that he's going to be on the opening day roster. I think it's the smart thing to do. You can just end all the questions. And honestly, hopefully you end all those questions and he can go in there a little more relaxed into spring training and the first part of the season. So listen, the Braves are doing this because of money, but they're also doing this because they need the guy that they paid to start playing like the guy that they paid. And is he ever going to be worth that 17 mil? No. But if he can be a 1 or 2 WAR player rather than a -1 WAR player, that's a huge difference.
That's 2 WAR. That's a big difference. And to that point, I think he can do it. He just needs at-bats. And that's going to be kind of sketchy because he's struggling right now in spring training. And it is spring training, so, take it with a grain of salt. But if he starts struggling during the season, and I think Snit knows ball. We might give him crap, but he knows ball. And Ozuna's the type of hitter that he needs at-bats. He needs to get in a groove. He needs to start seeing pitches. So I'm hopeful that the leash will be long with Ozuna.
It will.
And that
I can guarantee
role.
you. I guarantee you that he gets a full month's worth of at-bats, at least. And he's going to have to he's going to be people are going to hate it. But if there's a lefty, and it might not even have to be a lefty on the mound, but he is going to be in the starting lineup on opening day. And people are they might boo him and he's going to have to deal with it. And he probably deserves it, but he is going to get that opportunity first. And so I don't think this is just, he's going to be on the roster. If he's going to be on the roster on opening day, he's going to be in the lineup on opening day. So he is going to get a legitimate opportunity to win this starting job and take a stranglehold on it. Whether he does it or not, that's an entirely different story.
Listen, and another major factor in keeping him on the roster is everybody loves him in the clubhouse.
Yes.
And, me or you and every other Braves fan can condemn him, like I said, about all the off the field issues. And I'm not sweeping those under the rug. But locker
we
room
also don't
chemistry.
know. We also don't know everything. Like
regardless.
Yeah.
Let's not even talk about it. The locker room chemistry is so dang important, particularly for the Braves. They place an emphasis on it. So let's just say he was a cancer in the locker room. He was doing all these off the field things. The Braves, even if the Braves still needed him, it doesn't matter. They would get rid of him. They would get rid of him in a heartbeat. But the guys love him. The guys in the clubhouse love him. So, whether we like it, Braves fans around the country like it or not, he's going to be there and we need him.
Yeah, he's going to get the first opportunity. He's going to get the first crack, and it wouldn't shock me either way. It really wouldn't shock me either way. I don't know. The part of my issue with Ozuna is I don't know what the hell is going on with him at the plate. I mean, he's completely lost. He looks lost on the sliders. He looks lost on off speeds. I don't know why any pitchers throw him anything other than off speed because he just flails at it and looks like he has no chance, like me or you up there. I think that's my bigger issue with as far as his production because I don't know what happened to him as an offensive player, but he has not looked like the same guy over the 2 seasons. So while I'm hopeful that he can get back, I'm not like, oh damn, he's 100% sure going to get back. I don't know.